We had one young lady, just 21, can't remember her trail name. It's in the book.
Her trail name was Rocket Llama. And she was from Portland, but she had already hiked all the way from Campo. And it was the last weekend in September, but it was really nasty weather, cold and wet. And we had just finished lunch, and the phone rings, and a young female voice asked if she could have a ride up.
She insisted she was going to go on. Jim Massey warned her. I talked to her. I don't remember who took her up there, but somebody else said something to her.
And all the way up, my sister-in-law was trying to talk her out of it. My dear, do you really want to do this? It's cold and it's rainy. Oh, I got to get to Canada. I got to get to Canada. That was on Friday afternoon. Well, I think it was Sunday toward evening. I get this phone call and says, Mr. Anderson, this is Sheriff Joe Blow, I'll say, from Skamania County Sheriff. There's somebody who we think is lost, and your phone number was the last on her phone record. I wanted to know if you knew about where she might be by now.
Then we had a snowstorm, big snowstorm, and she couldn't be found. And they sent search and rescue out, and no sign of her, no tracks. I think they actually, on one of the nicer days, they flew up there and couldn't see anything. And
I was getting daily calls from them saying we haven't found her yet. We have probably 40 hikers have returned to the trail or turned back on the trail and are helping to look for her. Her dad has come and he's set up a base camp up here as well.
She stayed hunkered in her tent with about 3+ feet of snow, I think then, and it hit her tent so nobody could see anything, and she didn't make any tracks.
So she literally wrote a goodbye letter to whoever would find her if she didn't make it, and posted it on a tree. The next season, somebody early in the season found her letter. Stay warm, stay alive, that was my task, but in spite of my rational optimism, my situation was dire.